And for our final guest, I am pleased to welcome Ian Gordon, Senior Vice President and Chief Impact Officer of the United Way of San Diego, and Greg Angel, CEO of Interfaith Community Services. Welcome to you both, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So Ian, we hear the United Way so often. If you can just, again, people going, the United Way, what is it that they do? If you could tell a little bit of what you do and why do you do it?
Sure.
Yeah.
So United Way of San Diego County, we're celebrating our 100th year this year. So we've been in San Diego County since 1920. Wow. So over that time, we've been a lot of things to the community. At our core, we really align partners and then leverage resources so that we can transform lives and families in the community. So at its core, that's what we do. And so that manifests itself in a lot of different ways, from cradle to career education support for children and to family stability. Really, how do we get families stabilized?
Awesome. And Ian, we're specifically here about your earned income tax credit program, or how do you say that? Introduce
That's
us
correct.
to this.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's the Earned Income Tax Credit Coalition.
Okay.
And first of all, Earned Income Tax Credit is the initiative, and so there's a coalition here in San Diego County of organizations, and the Earned Income Tax Credit is funding money that folks qualify for, but may not know it. So this coalition of organizations provide free tax preparation services for individuals who qualify.
And that's what they'll hear. They say free tax services, but the other part of it is for individuals who qualify, like you said. You have to be a resident? Is there a certain, what is the qualification for
Sure.
this?
So anyone who makes, as a household, of $56,000 qualifies for the federal income tax credit, and $30,000 for the state income tax
Obviously.
credit, the free preparation.
That or less as your total for your yearly income?
That's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And one of our partners is 211 San Diego. So individuals can call 211, dial 211, and they'll help them to assess whether they're qualified or not and where to get the free tax preparation services.
And obviously United Way works, as we had said even in the last segment, this idea of collective impact.
That's correct.
And so we have Greg Angel, who we are most certainly familiar with Interfaith Community Services. You are the organization that has partnered, I guess, with the United Way in this regards?
Yeah, we're one of the members of the coalition, and so our sites throughout North County have volunteers and staff providing free tax returns for individuals and families below the income thresholds that Ian mentioned. And last year, our team of mostly volunteers completed tax returns for more than 2,000 families.
Wow.
And that brought back more than $3.1 million in returns for very low-income, hardworking neighbors here in North County.
So you are, whereas the United Way obviously is the umbrella to this coalition, at least this aspect of it. So you actually are seeing the participants. You are like at the grassroots, hands-on level. What have you been seeing? Are people receptive to this? How can someone become involved if you meet this qualification? Yeah,
so anyone who wants to know if they can qualify, like Ian said, call 211, or you can go to myfreetaxes.org. Either are great resources, and the individuals and families we work with are tremendously grateful. The very first family who we provided a tax return for this year, a single mother of 3, and her tax return was large enough to support her actually purchasing a vehicle so that she can get her kids to school and she can get to the multiple part-time jobs that she's working to support that family. And she's literally in tears, and that income, that investment in her is an investment in upward social mobility. And she's one of thousands of people accessing this resource in partnership with the coalition United Way supports.
So Ian, I would imagine that part of this is also the the education of preparing your taxes and submitting your taxes. Is that something that is also part of it? It's not that they come there and someone just does it for them. They also have someone there that said, hey, let me get you into this idea of financial management or something. Is that something that's also part of this?
So it depends on the organization that's working with the individual to complete the taxes. So it starts out as tax preparations. They bring their documents, and it's as you would with a CPA or anyone
Yep.
else. You get your taxes done and get your refund. And this is dollars and funding that folks have actually paid into. So it's their money that they're getting back based on the taxes that they've paid. And then organizations like Greg's will actually have a larger conversation about other needs that they may have, but it usually starts out with a tax preparation.
It's wonderful because it's like step one, but it opens up this whole other conversation about what we,
right.
home economics and all those kinds of things. Now, for someone that has come to Interfaith Services, for example, and they go through this tax preparation service, do you, as an organization, what do you follow? Is there any follow-up, or is that it? Yeah.
Absolutely. So we work with the individual and the family to find out what their situation is and if they can benefit from other services that we offer. So one of the younger individuals we provided tax assistance last year needed to complete her taxes in order to file her financial aid application. And so in this case, not only was she able to get her taxes taken care of and get the earned income tax credit that she had earned, but our team of volunteers and staff helped her to be able to stay in school and continue on with her career plans as a young adult.
Ian, Greg, thank you so much for joining us on Oceanside Spectrum. And hey, April is right around the corner. It is definitely tax season. And if you qualify, definitely use these resources available to our North County San Diego community.